This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back to the show. Susan Ahrenkiel joining us today. Excited she's here with Quantum Energy Medicine, and she's from beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and working with so many people across the world as a Reiki master and massage therapist. We're excited to get to know her today. How are you?
Wonderful, and thank you for having me today, Jill.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and we're excited to talk more about, the work you do with the physical, emotional, spiritual bodies, and so forth. So, since this is our first show together, we're excited to have you. Would you mind just telling us a little overview about the work you do, Susan?
Wonderful. Yes, I've been doing this for almost 27 years, and I found out throughout my practice through my clients when I worked on them with energy work and massage, interesting things were happening.
Ooh.
Yes, all of a sudden people were seeing colors when I worked on them, seeing images. And then I'm like, what's going on? And as an empath, I would connect when I touched them, I would receive any element they were holding within their body. I would get like a zap of a pain in my arm, a pain in my neck, pain in my back. So then I would be like, do you have some issues going on here and there? And they're like, how did you know that? And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm not sure how I know that.
Yeah.
Over the years, I started learning, exploring. Then I got into past lives, got into the emotional component of how our body holds emotions. And then it tries to speak to us through physical elements.
Wow.
Disease that goes into discomfort, that goes into pain, that goes into disease. So it's opened a whole new world for me. And I love educating people with that.
Beautiful. Well, we're excited that you're here joining us today, and I love this. So, massage therapist by trade, energy workers, a Reiki master, and you believe, like you mentioned, that your body, it really talks us through, as you say, disease, right? That goes into the pain, then disease. So, why don't people listen to our bodies when it talks to us? What's happening?
I don't think they're aware that it is talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, well, I was golfing, tweaked my back, or, I was bending over and picked something up and then my back went out, or, I was on the computer a lot, so my neck hurts. So then I start making them more aware on an emotional level. Maybe it could be something else. I try to plant that little seed, see if they take it. If they do, then I run with it. Usually throat, neck issues are communication. Are you speaking up? Are you speaking your truth? Are you being heard when you are speaking your truth? And then they kind of look at me and go, huh. And then I'm like, now feel how your neck feels. Does it feel a little less tense? Is it opening up a little bit? Are you feeling a little vibration there? And they're like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I go, well, that's your body talking to you. So I think a lot of people just aren't aware. They think it's just everyday aches and pains, or I did something to it physically, but it's deeper than that.
Got it. All right. Good to know. Well, you're also an intuitive medium, which is amazing. You discovered this through massage practice. Could you just share a little bit about that?
Yes, definitely. Well, the funny thing is, as a child, my mom always said, oh, you don't know, go ask Susie. She knows everything. And so I was known as a know-it-all, not realizing I had the sense of knowing. So I thought everyone looked at life this way, thought this way. I happened to be at a gathering, and a girl came up to me who I did not know. And this was, I don't know, 25 years ago. All of a sudden she looks at me. She goes, you and I see things differently. And I went, what? She goes, yeah, you and I see things differently. Well, I didn't really understand that until I understood it. And she goes, like that person over there, tell me a little about them. And I was reading their energy. I thought everyone did this. And she goes, not everyone does that. She could see my energy, that I could see energy. Well, now that I understand and have trained in this a little more, I get it now. I can see when people are empaths. I can see when people see energy. So I try to help them understand that and what they're seeing, what they're experiencing, because we don't know until we know.
Oh, fascinating. Oh my goodness. Well, I want to hear more about that, but also you're in the second year of training. Tell me a little bit about the quantum hypnosis healing therapy that you're doing as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole new level. So I think this is the level, I'll be honest. So, through the course of all the years I've been doing what I'm doing with touching bodies, seeing how bodies react, and energy, and then getting into the emotional component, well, what I always tell people, which I now follow, is listen to what's coming to you, because it's coming to you for you
Oh,
to help you on your life's journey. So I kept hearing about quantum hypnosis with Dolores Cannon.
mm-hmm.
And this was every phase of my adventure with what I'm doing. So, by the time it hit me the second, third time, I'm like, I should look into this a little bit. And I did. And it's everything I've been doing on a quantum level now, more amplified. So what you do is during a session with quantum hypnosis is you interview them, and you get to know who they are, what they've been through in their life's journey, the emotions they're hanging on to, because then we put them down into hypnosis deeper than most hypnosis, because it's quantum, which is
Mm-hmm.
deeper. We got to go past the conscious mind, and we go on to the subconscious mind, which knows everything about every journey you've ever had with your soul, meaning multiple lifetimes. So the body stores energy with emotions. So when we go further in to either our ancestors, we carry their emotional baggage as well as their DNA. It could be coming from a past life, and who knows which one, or could be coming from our childhood, unstored trauma that we're not
Ooh,
even realizing we're holding on to. So
wow.
when we take them down, we interview them to get to know where they're at in this lifetime.
Got
We
it.
take them down to a deep level to talk to their subconscious, not their conscious mind, their subconscious mind, which bypasses all information that is stored in their conscious mind because it's in your soul. And we start asking questions. And then you get them to connect with the emotion in this lifetime from a past lifetime. Whew, magic happens. Healing almost instantly happens because there's an understanding of why they're feeling the way they are, or why they're can't find the perfect partner in their life because of emotional baggage they've been carrying from the past, or
Yeah.
something that happened in their childhood.
Wow, this is also fascinating. And if you are just tuning in, we're here with our massage therapist, our Reiki master, Susan, Quantum Energy Medicine. And she's joining us live today from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But you're working with people all over, right? You can do a lot of this stuff virtually, correct?
Not yet. This is my first podcast.
Oh, I figured the massage has to be hands-on, but the
Yes,
Reiki and the
yes.
energy healing, they say we could do like this, right? Via Zoom or over the phone, because energy is, I don't know how
Is
to describe it.
energy. Yeah. You
Okay.
can do I do a lot of remote healing. Yes, so I
Perfect.
do.
Great.
I was from outside of Chicago, so I
Oh,
still have
well,
clients that still contact me, and we do things over the phone and energetically, distantly. Yes.
beautiful. Well, before we continue talking more about the services you provide, I would love to kind of dive into your background. Where did you grow up? And tell me a little bit of your journey and how you got here to this career.
Well, that's very interesting. So the funny thing is I grew up outside of Chicago in a city called Aurora, which is the first largest city outside of
Hmm.
Chicago. And I was always a little different, and I was okay with that. I actually embraced that. I became I expressed my, being different, and that was okay. And as time went on, I became ill. I developed MS when I was 27 years old. And of course, back then it was a red flag if you were diagnosed. So they were
Mm-hmm.
kind of and there was no treatment for it. I saw many doctors in Chicago and out up towards Mayo, and they were labeling me with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, MS, this, you name it. Well, as time goes on, you get in a little depressed state.
Mm-hmm.
I had two little children. I worked for
Ah,
oral surgeons for 20 years at that point, and something deep within me kept nudging me. Something's going to change. Something's different. As much
wow.
as I loved what I did,
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was more out there.
Yeah.
So I started going to Mind Body Expos, and I would walk
Mm-hmm.
around checking out the vendors, and they're like, "You're a healer." And I'm like, oh, okay, I work for oral surgeons. I can go in to see that. I did not
Yeah.
understand. Well, as time went on, I sprained my neck and sneezing, which I've never done before. And
Oh
my
gosh.
neurologist sent me to a massage therapist chiropractor. The minute I met her, I knew that is where I was going. It just was a knowing. I just knew. So the universe kind of lined me up because I wasn't listening. I knew something was out there. So it was not by chance. I do not believe in coincidence. It was lined up, it synced. I listened, and here I am. And
Fascinating. Oh,
and
go ahead, go ahead.
and I found out a few years ago I no longer have MS because I worked through
What?
all my emotional baggage.
All right, that's big. Oh
Yeah, when I went to school at 35 and
my
had two
goodness.
small kids and MS and chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, everyone's like, no, 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 you're overloading. Do not do that. I listen to myself.
Yeah.
Myself is like, no, this is what you need to do. And look what happened. So I feel when you are true to yourself, you follow your path, life is the way it should be for you. And it should not be hard. It should not be complicated. You should be in the flow when we listen to ourselves and not that outside chatter out there that puts heavy influence on us. And people get in their head about all the outside chatter. And I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
What is right for you at this point? Because that's all that matters.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much. This is fascinating. I'm so glad we're diving in, getting to know you and your background. And there's still so much more to talk about, obviously. This is exciting. I can't believe you worked through all of this. This is fascinating. So you're into loving the fact that people can transform, people can change, and things amazing, with
Anything can
energy work.
happen.
It
Yes.
really is. And who would you say was your mentor growing up?
Oh, growing up, I would
Or
say
in general, yeah.
in general, I would say my father was probably my biggest mentor. He always spoke his truth. He really never just chattered about nothing. He always had something to say. So when you listen, he talked, you listened. And I had a lot of friends in my that thought the way I did. So that also helped me stay focused and
Yeah.
not think I was crazy. Because a lot of people, when you start hearing things in your head,
Mm-hmm.
think you're crazy. And I'm like, no, that's your higher self talking to you. You need to listen to that. Yeah. So I read a lot of books, seminars. Dr. Brian Weiss, I love with the past lives. That really opened a chapter, and it
Yeah.
helped me help people understand there's more than life than just this life. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, get out of your head, get further into the quantum energy part of it all, which is what I'm doing, where anything is possible. And Wayne Dyer was a big one when I was younger and getting into
Mm-hmm.
this. Dying to Be Me. I love that book with Anita. She had a near death experience. I trained with James Von Prague with my mediumship.
Wow.
And his big thing is, which I tell people all the time, is I love this line. he says, what other people think of you is none of your business. Because, we're all unique, we're all different, and people will have opinions, especially if you're talking to dead people.
Oh gosh,
So,
yes, right?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
So I've learned that what people think of me now, I don't care. We're all on different paths. You learn to love people for where they are on their path and not judge them.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Beautiful way to look at it. And really, let me ask you now, with the work you're doing, I would love to kind of dive in a little deeper on how you can help people. And you mentioned, do you want to talk about physical pain or connecting with emotion first, or life is happening for us? There's so much to talk about. So being
There
on the
is.
first show, where did you want to continue with? Go ahead.
Let's start slow because
Okay,
we don't want
perfect.
to overwhelm anybody.
Great. Go for it.
So energy is very fascinating. Everything kind of talks to us. If it's your subconscious, your higher self, the universe, God, source, so many different terminologies, but the same thing. So I always say, how sometimes you just have those days you feel off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you go in your closet and you're like, the normal shirt you want to wear, you want to put on, and you just don't feel good about it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, this isn't the one for me today. Well, the reason why is we have chakras, which are energy vortexes within our body. A lot of people work with 7. I work with the main 12.
Yeah.
So when those are off, we're off.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're all associated with color. So let's say here's a stereotype. Okay, most men have lower back issues. Well, why do you think that is? Well, the first chakra is associated with foundation, your family life, your financial life. And a lot of men, it's starting to change because men and women
Mm-hmm.
are equally working, but the body still has that energy imprint from our ancestors that the man is the sole provider.
Yeah.
So they carry on a lot of weight in that first chakra with that pressure.
Really?
So, yeah, so that's why their backs go out because their chakra gets off balance.
Ooh. Okay.
And yeah, and then that will throw the body, which is talking to you. So then when you get into it deeper, I'm like, okay, how's your home life? How's your financial? I feel your career's taking off well. This is talking to you for a reason. And then I'm like, were your grandparents financially stressed throughout their lives and your
Mm-hmm.
parents? And they're, oh, yeah, yeah. How'd you know that? I go, your
Ah.
body is storing that. You're doing good, but
Wow.
you carry that energy imprint into your physical being because we pick our parents. So we pick our parents for, look at, I could go on and on. We pick our parents for reasons, and that was probably to break that financial distress in their energy body. And then when we break it, it goes down to our ancestors, meaning our children, our great grandchildren, and so on. So we are powerful beings. We just don't know it. And I
Wow.
try to help people see this. Yes.
Yeah.
That we do have choices and our choices affect us in many ways.
Amazing. Well, let's also continue. I know in your notes you wanted to talk a little bit about, you mentioned life is happening to us and for us, right? You're saying the soul kind of orchestrates everything in our life to help be a better being. And like, do we have to work like during this lifetime to be a better something? Like I always hear that, like you come back to life to work on something that you had trouble with in the past life. Is that true?
Yes, it is. It is. If we don't resolve it in a lifetime, it will carry over into this lifetime. It all depends on where we're at. If we're ready for it, it comes up. I always tell people don't be afraid of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
You're in control. I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just facilitating the healing for it to come up safely to
Got it.
help you navigate through it. Yes. So yes, that I believe that is so true. And then once again, it's our choice if we're going to work through it in this lifetime or not. If it stirs up, a lot of times it gives us signs. It comes to the surface for us to release it by recognizing it and letting it go. Or we need to, connect with that emotion. And all of a sudden we have an epiphany like, oh, that doesn't even fit in this lifetime. Why am I carrying this? So I try to help people let it go so they can create space for the higher vibrations to come in, because those lower vibrations we're carrying make us heavy. Earth's heavy enough. We don't need any extra baggage. So when we let go of our baggage, more and more things come to us and open up for us. So yes, it's all where we're at. If we feel we're not worthy of something, then we're not worthy of something. It's all in our belief system, what we believe. If we believe when we die, we go to heaven and heaven's beautiful, that's what it's going to be. If we believe there's a hell and we're going to go there, that's what's going to happen, because that's what you believe. So it's all what you believe is how your world transforms and happens for us. Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Well, what else did you want to share for today? There's so much to the work that you're able to do and help people, again, with our quantum energy medicine, Reiki master friend, and massage. Susan does it all.
I know, it's kind of crazy how it all just fell into line. And once again, when you listen, magic happens. Things transform. Look at, here I am on a podcast with you.
Yeah.
Who knew that would happen? I'm just so excited.
Well, we're ecstatic you're here too, and just helping, so many with all these modalities. And, you've been doing this for quite some time, obviously. Do you, how do you assess someone when they come to, like, if someone calls you today to talk about what they want, and you just, because I'm sure it's customized, right, to what someone needs, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So you learn to know, you meet people where they're at. Not everyone's ready to hear all this. So we plant little seeds, little baby steps. So I always say, are you open for me twisting your brain a little bit? And when they say, yeah, then I run with it. And I tell them, if I'm twisting you too much, you let me know and I'll back up a little bit. But you can see in their energy what they're open to. You know when to pull back, you know when to go. Like with you, I could go on forever with anything and you'd be like, okay. Where some people would be like pulling back. You could see their energy like getting real close to them, like, this is uncomfortable for me. So then you pull it back a little bit and go slower and do baby steps to meet them where they're at, because you don't want to scare them. I mean, this isn't scary, this is exciting. But people think of it as scary. And I'm like, but it's not. It's scary because you're not aware.
Yeah.
Let me show you how fun this is. And so you're not afraid.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, this is fascinating work you're doing. We have just 2 minutes left in the show, unfortunately.
Oh,
so
wow.
we kind of sum things up for today. I know it goes so fast.
It's been lovely.
Well, if someone does want to reach out to you, contact you, would you mind sharing how we could do so?
Oh, I would love that.
Thank you.
Yes, you can reach me by email.
Okay.
It is the numerical number 2, hands for numerical number 4, health at comcast.net. Or my phone number, you can either call or text. I'm faster with texting because I'm usually working. 630-235-5712. And I would love for anyone to reach out so I can help them on this journey.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Pleasure getting to know you today, and hope we have more shows ahead of us to get to know each other further. I want to hear, next time about some of the client experiences, the people you're helping. And thank you again for being here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
You have a great day. To all of our listeners and viewers, stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick break. Have a great day.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.